Hello, and welcome to practically everybody's favorite city, San Francisco. I'm Doug Llewellyn, and as you may know, this area has long been considered the promised land. It was the lure of gold that brought the adventurers here back in the mid-1800s, and many of them found a motherlode of economic opportunity. Well, for the Bay Area of today, it is still much the same. Just consider Silicon Valley, home of the greatest legal creation of wealth at one place, at one time, in the history of the planet. Any way you look at it, when it comes to business, San Francisco is great. Well, we're about to explore this area, to meet with many of its business leaders, executives, entrepreneurs, and visionaries whose ideas, products, and services are having such a huge impact on the whole world. So, come along with us now as we explore the area around this great golden city by the bay, San Francisco.
Welcome to a special edition of Global Business Trends. I'm Jim Lang, and thanks for joining us.
And I'm Bella Shaw. We are examining some of the latest examples of how new technologies and innovative ideas are changing the world around us as we move into the new millennium.
On this edition, we'll be focusing on one very uniquely qualified company that we think has set the global business trends standard.
Concrete. We all know what this is, and quite frankly, if you said beautiful about concrete, most people would say no. Impossible. Well, let me tell you something. Most of us have no knowledge of the versatility of concrete and really what is being done in the world of concrete these days. To find out more about it, we've come to the offices of Bay Area Concrete in Fremont. They are best described as architectural concrete specialists. The firm's CFO is Michael Price.
Bay Area Concrete is an architectural concrete specialist. And what that means is we take plain gray concrete and we convert it into an art form that involves coloration, texturing of the surface, sometimes patterning of the surface. So we can change that plain gray slab into a beautiful concrete slab that may look like brick or stone or cobblestone or limestone. We have a variety of textures and patterns that we can utilize to transform.
What are the advantages of doing that kind of appearance in concrete rather than using the material you're trying to make it look like?
Well, typically we can value engineer the artist's design or the architectural concept down by using concrete as the actual material. And we, in effect, make it look like limestone, brick, cobblestone, and achieve probably a 30% cost savings in most applications.
Talk to me a little bit about some of the various and unique projects that you've been involved with.
Well, we just completed the Pac Bell Park, which is the new San Francisco Giant Stadium. And we took a design element there. The architects wanted to achieve a baseball splashing in the bay. So what we did is we converted that into a graphic design element of what looks like a baseball in the concrete with waves radiating out in the concrete itself to create this same effect on the pavement that people walk on every day.
This is around the statue of Willie Mays.
This is around the statue of Willie Mays, and Willie Mays' statue itself stands on a baseball, which is essentially concrete that was textured and designed with brick inlays to look like an actual baseball.
You know, I'm beginning to learn there are a lot of things you can do with concrete that most people have no knowledge of or idea. For example, kitchen countertops out of concrete?
Kitchen countertops are a beautiful element that we have to deal with, and we can really achieve anything that the consumer wants to in that kitchen countertop.
You're a Bowmanite distributor. What does that mean?
Well, Bowmanite means that we hold an exclusive license within our territory to install colored and decorative architectural concrete systems that were in effect developed by Bowmanite Corporation. They hold a worldwide organization of licensees around the globe, and we are the only license in this area, which means we have the best technicians, the best color products. We manufacture our own in many cases, and just a general technology that is head and shoulders above the rest in the industry. We order the cement from a batch plant, and it comes to our job site in a plain gray format. From there, we place it on the ground, and we generally colorize it through the use of dust-on color hardeners, which essentially looks like colored dirt, but it's iron oxide pigmentation mixed with cement and blended to a point where we can actually disperse it over the surface of the concrete and work it in. Now you've got what was a gray slab can now be a slab of any color.
Really? And it's permanent?
And it's permanent.
And what about all the patterns and things that you can put in the cement?
Well,
how does that happen?
Well, the patterns are generally applied that same day that the concrete is poured and colorized. And it generally occurs in an area of setup in the concrete called the plastic stage of setup, where it's almost hard. Now, the tools that we use to imprint the surface and texture the surface are generally of a metal nature or a urethane base, kind of like a rubber mat. And so we place those over the concrete, and our workers, in effect, walk right out onto the concrete slab and imprint the design or the texture into the surface.
So it really is possible to have any kind of design you might want.
That's correct. We have over 80 standard patterns to choose from, or we can do any custom pattern that any designer or architect may come up with. We can fabricate anything in the surface of concrete.
What is the significance of the Muni train picture that's right behind you?
So we've done work for Muni and BART and Caltrain, and the ranges really run from colored and imprinted Bowmanite paving to decorative color-hardened paving. In this example, on the ramp here, there's actually a depiction of the Muni sign that has been sandblasted, or the logo that has been sandblasted into the pavement. But down here is exposed aggregate, and over here are real San Francisco cobbles.
So it's a mixture of many different substances.
It is on the Muni platforms. And BART, for example, we've done lots of colored imprinted Bowmanite. Caltrain, we've done stain work, vertical stain work, where we take gray concrete walls and actually visually change the color from a gray, in this case, to a Pilsner color, almost like an amber beer tone.
Can you actually simulate in concrete any form or pattern?
Yes, we certainly can. And we did that in a recent project in Palo Alto, where they had an old, very famous Varsity Theater, which was a film house. And that was changed to a Borders Books and Music, but during the redesign process and redevelopment, they actually had to remove the old paving. So we worked in hand with a historical architect and came up with a brand new pattern, a custom mold, and unique colorations of stain and color hardener to achieve what had been done 100 years ago. So in new concrete, we achieved the same look that had been existing for a century.
And on the subject of color, is there any limit to the color you can use?
We can go anywhere from a vivid red or a vivid blue, purple, all the way down to just a tone off of a natural gray color. So we run the entire color spectrum, and oftentimes we work off a Pantone color chart, which covers all the colors.
And you can provide contractor references if asked?
Oh, of course we could. Upon any request from anybody, be it email or snail mail, we can provide a long list of architectural references or general contractor references as well. We have a good client list, good list of past clients.
What about the awards you've received? There are many of them on the walls around here. Talk to me about them.
Awards are important to us. It kind of tells people or potential clients that come through the door who we are. We've got a long list of architectural concrete awards that relate to Bowmanite products in every category: residential, commercial, public works, retail facilities. The list goes on, and you'll see those in our shop.
You enjoy doing this work?
Oh, yeah, we love it.
Is it creative and challenging?
It's creative and challenging. We meet new people every day. You know, part of the fun of this business is we're creating something that no one else can do in concrete. So we really take a lot of pride in it, and just love the contacts that we've made over the years with architects, engineers, homeowners, anybody.
And so there you are, the inside story on just what is going on these days in the world of concrete. I'm Doug Llewellyn reporting from Fremont, California.
And that'll do it for this special edition of Global Business Trends, the program that shows our viewers how businesses and industries function.
And how technology is rapidly changing and creating many new business opportunities. On behalf of our entire staff, I'm Jim Lang.
And I'm Bella Shaw. Thank you so much for watching.